I'd love to cover today some of the most common questions we get, share a little bit about who we are and why we do what we do, and at the end, I'd love to announce an exciting sale that we're launching soon. So let's start with an unpopular opinion on equine nutrition. We don't feed or recommend complete feeds, formulated concentrates, or most traditional supplements. The short answer is that these things are laced with toxins and agricultural chemicals. Plus, their formulation is poorly absorbed in horses, meaning you're basically paying for expensive manure. So years ago, before we dove into the rabbit hole of holistic equine nutrition, we used to feed an assortment of complete feeds and whole grains. But then we learned that these types of feeds have dangerously high levels of agricultural chemicals like glyphosate. We also believe that traditional supplements like vitamin mineral pellets, hoof supplements, and gut pellets were essential for healthy horses. Then we learned only a small fraction of most traditional supplements are actually absorbed by the horse. So we have a different approach now. So most people don't agree with us until they try it. Our approach to equine nutrition starts with high quality hay and feed ingredients with the lowest toxic burden. We supplement our horses primarily with organic superfoods with a few additional targeted supplements to fill nutritional gaps, balance nutrient levels, or specific needs for the horse. We feed our horses a mix of teff and alfalfa plus orchard grass pellets instead of grain products. We use soaked beet pulp for fiber, hydration, and weight management. High-fat rice bran for the phosphorus to balance out the calcium in the alfalfa. Plus it serves as an extra fat source for our hard keepers. Now, we know that it's impossible in today's world to completely eliminate toxins in our horses' feed. So we detox our horses once per year using an herbal detox protocol that we developed. We also have a unique approach to supplementation, and these products are total game changers. Let me explain. The heavy lifters in our supplement program are Evolved Remedies, organic black cumin seed press cake, and organic flaxseed press cake. These whole foods deliver a nice complementing balance of protein, fiber, vitamins, minerals, phytonutrients, plus additional benefits. So for example, the black cumin seed press cake works as a feed-through fly control, and the flax cake is amazing at regulating gut motility and clearing debris from the GI tract, just to name a few of the benefits. We also supplement with high-quality cinnamon for blood sugar support and inhibition of ACTH. We use polycopper, diatomaceous earth, and kelp both for their nutrients, but also as a potent natural dewormer. Organic apple cider vinegar is used to normalize the gut pH and prevent enteritis. Himalayan salt for electrolytes, and rose hips for vitamin C. We often get asked what we recommend for performance horses. So, our approach for performance horses. Obviously, every horse's nutritional needs vary, but depending on where you live in the world, basic foodstuffs have various levels of nutrients. At a high level, this is how we think about feeding performance horses to maximize nutrition and performance without a huge toxic burden. So in basic terms, the more they work, the more protein and fat they need, but the basic components stay the same. Performance horses need more hay and more fat sources like rice bran or healthy oils. And for the most part, our supplementation program is well balanced and complete, providing the essential nutrients required across all classes of horses. The one caveat to that is most performance horse owners often opt for Evolved Remedies 5-seed press cake for its high protein levels and exercise recovery benefits. But I'd like to circle back to an important piece. And if you miss this, it's hard to recover. First off, high quality forage is the mainstay in any horse's diet, as most people know. But knowing your source and choosing the best quality hay or forage is essential, especially for horses who are asked to perform at a high level. So where you live dictates what types of hay you have access to. We approach nutrition by starting with the hay and then balancing the rest of the nutrition around that. Here in the Pacific Northwest, we are fortunate to have access to some really good quality hay. We have found our horses here to respond best to and prefer a mix of alfalfa and teff hay. Our hay source is tested for agricultural chemicals like glyphosate to ensure we have the best quality for our horses. But this is a key point, something no one is talking about. Most folks we talk to have no idea what glyphosate is, and even fewer know the damaging effects this agricultural chemical has on our horses. So here's the short version. Glyphosate is a glycine mimicker. Basically, it will insert itself and replace glycine in biological structures, compromising cellular integrity, basically creating weak points. So for reference, connective tissues are very high in glycine. Glyphosate is also an endocrine and protein synthesis disruptor, meaning it will negatively impact healthy hormone levels as well as impair the body's ability to make healthy proteins. Glyphosate is a master toxin, meaning it amplifies the toxic effects of other toxins that are present. It also bioaccumulates, especially in the brain and fatty tissues. So meaning glyphosate accumulates over time and causes more and more issues. Glyphosate also inhibits the body's natural detoxification pathways, meaning it stops the body from trying to heal itself. So we started on this path many years ago and we learned some disturbing truths. It all started with one of those miraculous, coincidental moments that feel orchestrated by the universe. So my mom, business partner, and co-founder was literally on her way to her deathbed back in February of 2014. I remember my stepdad called me. I was living in San Diego and he told me that she was getting sicker and didn't think that she would last much longer. So a little context. My mom had several autoimmune diseases she battled for 40 plus years. She was following the Western medicine approach, basically more and more pills, costing thousands and thousands of dollars every month, and it was literally killing her. And then one day, it all changed when a friend of the family came over and gave us a product called Double Helix water for my mom to try. He made no claims or promises, but said maybe it will help. Then something miraculous happened. My mom started to get better. Well, first she started to go through a really intense detox, but once that passed, she started to feel better, like a lot better. And at the time, I was still living in San Diego, and about 9 months after she had started drinking the Double Helix water, she called me and told me that her eyes, which had been something crazy like 2350, were all of a sudden approaching 2020. Now, my background is in physiology, and I was always taught that once your eyes start to degenerate, that's it. They only get worse. So I was intrigued, to say the least. And so now fast forward a couple more years later, my mom continued her trajectory back towards health, integrating more holistic medicines, changing her diet, getting off the pharmaceuticals, and really just reconstructing her framework for what it means to be healthy in today's world. And at this point, things got really interesting. So I was back living in the Pacific Northwest, working for a healthcare informatics company. But back on the farm, we had started to apply the same protocols and approach that had helped my mom heal to the animals here on our farm. They were suffering as well. No one had any answers. So for example, our dog Ginger had hemangiosarcoma and was given just weeks to live. We switched over to our protocols and ended up getting a little over 4 more joyful years. One of our cats, Jazzy, she had kidney failure and ended up living comfortably for another 4 years. Or our beloved movie star horse Gypsy. She was diagnosed with Cushing's disease at age 29 and lived happily until just months before her 41st birthday. Amongst all the success, we decided it was our calling to share what we had learned and to be a resource for others who wanted to choose a holistic path for themselves and their animals. So, to celebrate our first full year of operations, I'm excited to announce our winter sale happening now. Buy any 1 bag of our game-changing organic pressed seed cakes, customers will get a free gift. They can choose between one of our super cool t-shirts, a 30-count bag of our canine Nom Nom Nuggets for dogs, or our flagship product, Elite Calming Nuggets for horses. Customers just need to add one of these products to their shopping cart and then use code WINTER23 at checkout and the gift will be free. Sale is live now, but only for a limited time. Folks can check us out at evolvedremedies.com. We look forward to holistically supporting animals and their owners for many years to come.